What's up, Internet? We are here once again in the town. It is a delightful evening. I have to plant some flowers before we do anything else, I just remembered. We gotta fall back at some point during the weekend. I believe it is Saturday we have to? Saturday going on Sunday, I think, is the point where we have to swap the clocks. I don't know. My clocks do that for me on their own, although Animal Crossings will not. So that's something worth remembering. Gotta plant that. Gotta plant this, and we gotta plant this. And still no new villagers. Not that that's a remotely shocking surprise to anyone at this point. Get rid of this. How's the village doing? Since I'm here, I might as well check. Everything is still perfect. That's good. I think Red's supposed to come to town tomorrow, so there's not a lot we can do around here for now. We can, of course, always go to the next town over, which I aim to do, but we might as well take a look for Gulliver and just confirm with good old Copper that, in fact, Red will be here tomorrow and not today, and then I'd look like a spaz because I completely missed him. Seeing as we're only missing one painting, it's kind of important that we, you know, get it. Got ourselves a fossil. Alright. Is there anything else of interest around here, like a certain pelican with bacon eyebrows? No, I guess not. Alright, Copper, what's going on with you? Is there any special events right now? Yeah, so that's tomorrow. That's okay, though. Oh, not much, Sykes. Yeah, the leaves haven't changed yet, but it's a pretty gradual change. Over the course of, like, the past couple weeks, it's been a couple of shades, so it's gonna be a little bit, but they will change eventually. Alright, let's, I'll tell you what is happening is, I've been playing a little bit of the new release, Outer Worlds, because Microsoft's release system is really buggered up. Fun story, if you go into the settings of your Xbox One and set your region to New Zealand, you can play games apparently like a whole day early. Because Microsoft doesn't understand what a simultaneous launch is at all. Really bizarre. Like, a completely painless change, too. It takes all of 15 seconds to reset your Xbox after that, and boom. Get to play a whole game new, brand new, early. I was actually going to stream it, but about 80 billion people in this building decided to be all really loud at once, so I didn't do that. That's pretty cool. It's definitely nice when you find people who are willing to send you games and stuff, help support the shows, and keep costs down, especially when you're working entirely out of pocket. Which is why I'm super thankful to everyone who helps support my show, up to and including my awesome girlfriend, who has sent me quite a few games. I've still got a few I have to go through, but, well, one of them requires my RF to be working, which it's not, and the others are all really big RPGs that I still need to work on. They're a bit of an undertaking, but they are definitely in the pipeline. I really want to get through, or at least get further enough into Shadow Hearts to get a review out before the end of the year. The others might have to take a little bit more time, just because, again, I'm not really capable of spending a huge amount of time devoting it to RPGs right now, which sucks, because I love RPGs, they're my favorite genre. But, man, do they take a long time if you want to experience everything in them. That's exciting. Paper Mario's a fun game. So what's your next game you're planning on streaming? It's raining, so that means more gyroids in the future. That's always fun. Okay, first of all, I guess we'll check if there's treasure and then go to the dump. Nope, no treasures. That's okay. Out of the way, Peaches. Hopefully she lost her ball because there's one right next to her house. We should probably at least use one of these sets of papers. Take this. We'll take this. And we'll take this. And read. 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 And then we can throw all this away. And then make use of all the paper in our inventory. Throw that away. And throw this away. Yeah, the years have gone by really fast. I never remember to actually, like, reset my clocks. I just end up working an extra hour at night and not even realizing that I've lost an extra hour. I don't need to send a letter to that guy. No one likes that guy. Throw him away. Okay. We gotta move this over here, and we've suddenly saved a whole bunch of space. Ocarina of Time's always a safe choice. A lot of people really like that game. I think a lot of people tend to resonate really well with Ocarina of Time. I mean, it's not my favorite Zelda game by far, but I would put it in the top 5 pretty easily. Open this. Mario 3D World is a pretty good game. I remember that being one of the like few new Mario games I really like. Even though there really hasn't been a Mario game that's really innovated since Sunshine, really. I'll throw that away. But I remember liking 3D World quite a fair bit. It was like one of the few Wii U games worth owning. Of like 2. I mean, 2 plus Rodea if you count that, but you only buy the Wii U version to play the Wii version. I like Mario Party, but the only one that I ever really enjoyed for any period of time was the second one and a little bit of the third one. But the third one reused a lot of just Paper Mario assets from what I remember. I have a lot of fond memory of Mario Party 2. Just because, you know, I played a lot of Mario Party games and I didn't find them particularly interesting, but 2 was interesting because that was like the one that had all the theme levels and all the characters had different costumes and stuff. It felt like the people making the game just wanted to take an extra step towards making it awesome, and then weirdly enough they kind of like got rid of all of that with every game afterwards, which was just weird. I own none of the Mario Party games. I want to get a copy of 2 and maybe 3, but those are the only ones I really have any interest in owning myself. I played the one that required a microphone because I had the Odama microphone at one point, but that game was basically unplayable. I can get your organizer from Goldie, sure. 2 is on the Virtual Console, that is true. But the problem with that, at least the problem with me getting a copy of 2, would be that I would have to play it on my Wii U, and I don't have any controller that would be capable of playing it on the Wii U. I think the, yeah, I think 6 was probably it. That was the last Mario Party I played. I played pretty much all of them up to that point, but the only ones I ever really spent any time in were like 2, 3, and a little bit of 1, but blisters, because Mario Party 1 really didn't like its players too much. Well, that's a neat idea. Like a sort of visual archive of stuff on your page. That requires a level of customization of your Twitch page I am not familiar with. But, I think that's a really neat idea. Certainly. Ah, it's a sea bass. It's the worst fish. Go catch a coelacanth. That'd be kind of cool. Let's a sea bass as well. I'm sure it's not hard or anything, but it's just something that I don't really know much about how to do. It's like adding sound effects and whatever to like follower notifications and whatever. Like, I'm sure it's not complicated, it's just not something I understand how to really do, personally. I've got one or two websites, like, bookmarked for stuff like that, but I just have not had the time to actually look into it because I spend so much time, you know, making stuff on the internet to actually work towards, like, improving stream stuff. Excuse me. I'm sure your emotes will be fine. I mean, I'm still in awe that you managed to get them. Simply because, you know, I'm still trying, and I feel like I'm still, like, miles and miles away from actually getting there. I mean, I've been doing this for, like, a year now, and I still don't have anywhere near where I need to be in order to get affiliate. It's exciting that it's gonna happen eventually, but you know, it still feels like a very, very far away thing for me. Where is Goldie? She's gotta be by the wishing well. That's all I can think. I'm still trying to come up with like a list of games that I could maybe do after Animal Crossing for the Discord to vote on, but so far it's mostly just like obscure RPGs. And most of them I'm like halfway terrified to actually play because I just don't remember how to beat them. Like one of the ones I'm most excited about would be like Opuna, and like I totally forget how half that game works. But I guess that would be half the fun, I guess. That was one of the must-have games for the Wii, but like it's a game no one knows about. Which is why that was one of my earliest reviews. It was such a good game. I could do Stardew Valley, certainly. But that's one of those games where it would be hard to find a beginning and end point for me. Like live, like virtual life stuff, that would be tricky for me, because at some point I'd just have to find a point that would be like an end point. Something like this was really tricky. I decided to just sort of say, okay, it'll be over after a year, because this is like a experiment daily diary type of thing. But for like life sim stuff, that's really tricky because there is no definitive end or beginning point. I've never completed the museum in Stardew Valley. I think the closest I've gotten is still like missing 3 or 4 items that I just don't know how to get because it's mostly just random. I'm still waiting on the update for multiplayer on the Xbox One. And it's weird, it's the only version at this point that doesn't have it. Oh, we got the salmon. Nice. Harvest Moon might be a little bit more viable because that at least has sort of like a faux end point, sort of, but likewise, that's one of those things that sort of doesn't necessarily have a set end point unless you decide to stop. I'd like to go back and continue Pokemon, but I'm still trying to fix my RF, and hopefully my save date is salvageable, because I don't want to lose it. I'm just waiting for an update for multiplayer at this point. Like, the Xbox version is behind on, like, all updates by, like, 2 iterations at this point, I think. Just because, like, Microsoft keeps turning down all the updates because like, they're not meeting standards or whatever. I've heard that about the Xbox thing, is it just murders small developers because their standards are just kind of weird. I'd like to continue Pokemon. I'm hoping I can save my save data. I think I have. I've managed to transfer everything off my memory card, but I have to rebuild my database, which is slow going, and then I have to like zip it, format my memory card, transfer it over, unzip it, and then hopefully it'll work, and if so, then we can go back to Pokemon. I'm thinking about doing maybe like a Pokemon video since there's a new Pokemon coming out soon, just like in honor of that, but I'd have to get relevant footage and I just can't do that right now, which sucks. That's impressive. I'm a very slow reader. Like, I have books I've bought years ago that are just sitting on the headboard of my bed because I just don't have time to read them. Both because I'm just such a slow reader and I've got so much time I devote to making content for everyone else. I just don't have time to read books. Someday I'll get back to the Legend of Zelda manga and my giant Sherlock Holmes compendium and stuff. Oh yeah, for sure. I've been paying attention to the Humble Bundles as well. I don't like how Humble Bundle doesn't really do console stuff, though. Like, it's weird. It's not like they can't do it or anything. They've done it once or twice before, but they just don't. And I don't know if it's extra hassle for them to do it, but I wish they would, because that'd make my job so much easier. Like, oh, I can get a bunch of digital games that I can actually use for basically nothing? Yes, please. I've taken part in all the console Humble Bundles, all like 2 of them. The weird thing is they've done 3, and one of them was just a re-release of an existing one they already did, too. So it's like, are you trying to gauge interest in this? Because, spoilers, there's interest in this. Just give me more games, damn it. Where the hell is Goldie? I bet she probably, like, spawned in a wall or something. Or, like, on the train tracks, and we just can't find her. It's just gonna be another day of Animal Crossing being weird. That's actually pretty cool. If it teaches you how to do stuff for like Diablo 2, that's pretty cool. Yeah, Humble Bundle. They provide a lot of, well, as the name suggests, bundles for, depending on the specific bundles and stuff, typically name your own price at certain tiers, then set values at other tiers. And then at least a portion or all of it, based on how much you want, goes to usually some charity that's relevant. And they have a bunch of stuff, like they've got digital books, which I can't do anything with because I have no way to read digital books, but they also have games for Steam, and then like 2 other times they've had console games, which I wish they'd do a lot more with because I could take advantage of that. Because I like console games, and like that's my bread and butter. In that I have never bothered figuring out how to record DOS and stuff with OBS, because last time I tried it kind of completely blew up my computer. Oh, there's a gift from the Sky Gods. I'm betting we're not going to get it. Because this world just doesn't like me very much. Goodbye. Alright, so we still haven't found Goldie. I mean, this is like the first mission of the day. And we just have not had any luck finding her. She's got to be spawned in like a wall or something. That's all I can think. I mean, it's not like I haven't seen animals spawn in unplayable areas in this game before, but it's annoying when you actually need them. Hey, there's a large base. But where, oh where is Goldie at? I mean, she's a big Labrador. She should not be hard to find. Oh, good. Another sea bass. Great. They're useless. You can't even give sea bass to Chuck, who eats sea bass. Or he eats bass, but he doesn't eat sea bass because it's not a proper kind of bass. A few of those would be pretty cool to know how to work with. Certainly. Ooh, that could very well be our coelacanth. Let's play it cool and not completely whiff this fishing attempt. Boom, living fossil. And of course my pockets are filled with sea bass, because of course they are. Alright, let's go sell some stuff. Where is Goldie? Seriously, this should not be this difficult. Alright. I feel like I should just walk around up here and see if she's standing on the train tracks, because the game spawned her in a weird place. That would just totally be an Animal Crossing move. So that, and this. Those coelacanth are really worth a lot. I approve of this. Seeing as I can't get beetles anymore for huge profits. Out of curiosity, let's see if we can find Goldie where we can't go up here. I mean, it didn't look like she was in her house. I'm pretty sure her house was locked. So, where should she be? There should only be so many places she could be. I mean, I could go check her house again. Maybe she somehow went back there. It's depressing this is like the first quest we're on today and we're already completely stumped by it. Considering we've been thwarted by Wisp the Ghost so many times in the past couple days. It's demoralizing to say the least. That's a small fish. We need slightly bigger fish. Okay, she's definitely not in this acre. But she doesn't appear to be in any other acre either. Animal Crossing is being weird again, it seems. Actually, that's right. There we go. We got the gecko umbrella out. Well, for this in particular, not only do I not have time to read, I don't have any way of, like, reading digital books. All I have is my ancient phone that can't do anything because it's awful. Stupid sea bass. That could have been a red snapper. Use on umbrella. I'm not going to bother fishing unless I actually see a proper coelacanth. The thing is, I don't think anyone's going to give me a new job until I actually figure out where Goldie is. truly, I think I might be stuck. That's not ideal. That's not a coelacanth. There's no wood here either. We should start putting wanted posters up. She's disappeared. Still not there. Unless she's like in the museum, maybe. But I'm pretty sure animals aren't programmed to even be in the museum in this game. I don't think that was added to the next one. Nope, not here. This is the one we're missing. It's funny, I thought I had this completed, but I guess I'm missing a painting here as well. That's unfortunate. You can hear a gyroid in the background of that room. And you can hear the Ocarina of Time teleporter sound effect in the background of this game. But we can't find ourselves Goldie, which is a problem because that's what we're kind of supposed to be trying to do. I just don't get where she could be. There's Tangy. Can you give me a different quest, please? I'd like to find Goldie, but I don't know where she is. She's disappeared into the ether. Whatever. I'm gonna regret this. But give me a quest. Depending on how you play, Kakariko within an hour in Ocarina isn't too bad. Just depends on what you're trying to do and how you judge yourself, I suppose. I mean, on a technical level, I've seen people beat that game in about 16 minutes, but... I mean, it all depends on how you want to try and experience the game, I guess. I mean, even playing a game as 100% intended still has variations and stuff. You could argue all the secrets and stuff in Metroid are as intended, but they can completely cut down time depending on how you use them. Well, there's nothing wrong about doing things casually if that's how you enjoy doing it. The important thing is that you enjoy what you're doing. Or else, why are you bothering with it? You know, you gotta enjoy what you do or else you're just wasting time at that point. Okay, Ace, maybe you can give me a quest, because no one else will. Nothing for Ace either. It is now midnight. Although here it's 6 p.m. because 6-hour difference. Nothing for you either, Quetzal. Okay, seriously, Goldie is nowhere. She spawned in a wall or something. She has to have. That's the only logical response I can think of. Come on, fishy fish. Yeah, I got the char. That's like 5,000 right there. Not bad. Use gecko as umbrella. Where do I find Goldie? Cookie, have you seen her? It's secretly that she's Goldie and she just won't admit it. She just paints herself gold sometimes. Oh no. I'm gonna have to get this guy a ball. Well, I know where the ball is, but I gotta get it across a river. That is one of the worst things in this game. Alright, well, screw it. It's a quest I can at least attempt. Peaches, if you kick this ball, I will drop kicking. Alright, there we go. Why are you here? And also, how did you teleport here in the 3 seconds I wasn't looking? And you better have an organizer, Goldie. Okay, fine. I'll go find Cookie. I at least know where she is. Let's get this over and done with, and I'll be sad because this won't actually go across the river because getting the ball across the river is damn near impossible. Okay. That actually worked amazingly well. That should not have happened the way it did. Okay, Pierce, there's the ball. You go over to it. Please. There's your stupid ball. The problem is if I try and kick it to him, it'll end up, like, falling off the cliff. I just know it. There's your stupid ball. Well, I got floor. Where did Cookie go? Where did Cookie go? She was literally there. She is. Please tell me you've got the... Okay, we'll go find Chow. At least he doesn't try and hide. Alright. Chow is down here. I don't think he changes where he hangs out too often. So at least he's kind of easy to find. Back the way we came, it seems. Fine. Let's go find Pierce. Again, not hard to find, but given the amount of grief I've had to go through up to this point for this one quest, I'm betting the reward is not going to be relative to the effort put in. Alright, let's get this to Tangy. The nice thing is Tangy is at least a relatively predictable creature, in that she rarely leaves her house area. And when she does, she doesn't typically go far. Please give me something good. That was not easy, Tangy. You know, if I were capable of it right now, I would just shove you into this river. Because I think you deserve that. Just for saying that was easy. Also a chess table. Alright. That might be the char as well. Nope. It's the perfect spot. Come on. Yeah. Oh, that's not as good as I was hoping. Still, not a bad little fish. I shall take it as a reward for all the effort I put into that stupid quest. I think there's more coelacanths. Doesn't look like it right off. That might be a snapper though. But we'll never know. That one's definitely a sea bass. Anything around here? That's a tiny fish. Use it as umbrella. Oh, right, you want me to find pearl. That's a thing I can do, but not at this moment. It's true. What you think there, you doesn't really matter much. But it's nice to hear all the same. I shall take for yeah, fit sure. Oh, it's not free, no thanks. I'm wearing Gracie shirts. I don't need to pay for common shirts, thank you. Maybe Chow needs something. Nothing from Chow. What about you, Spike? Do you need something? He has nothing. He makes it painfully clear he has nothing. That's okay. Maybe Ace has something. No one has any quests. Except for Velma, who wants a bug, but in this rain it's not going to happen. Where are you, Quetzal? There you are. Aw, that was sweet of that guy. You're clearly saying that it was incomprehensible because the reading system in this game is awful. Or Chad. Chad, go to Chow's and get that back. Ugh. Reading is hard. And speaking is even harder, it seems. Alright, there's Chow. I want a thing. There it is. Well, I mean, you could send him a letter, but clearly he doesn't know how to read letters, so that might not do you too well there, Chow. Might be better to just apologize to him. But either way, I shall return this good old Quetzal. Quetzal the illiterate. But he's well-meaning, so we love him all the same. And he tries his best. Look at this, Quetzal. I got an outfit. What outfit is that, Quetzal? Is it a good outfit? Is it what I want? Is it what I need? It's an optical shirt. I believe that is the... Yeah, it's that one. It's actually not a bad little shirt, but it's not a spooky Halloween Gracie shirt, so no thank you. something now, perhaps? Well, there goes a bug. That wasn't visible a moment ago. I will... Why is everyone lending out organizers to other people? That's not a thing you should lend out to people. Alright, well, there's Caesar. I can deliver this. It's not a problem. This belongs to you, I believe. Hey, furniture. Yes, please. What do we get from that? An elephant slide. That is freaking posh, is what that is. Oh, great, you wanted a bug. That's not happening. I don't know who Fark is. But it's someone who couldn't be asked to write a letter, clearly. Well, I'm allergic to dairy, and bananas give me heartburn, but I do like them. I'm gonna say yes. I certainly wouldn't eat them every day. That would make me really, really sick. Alright, well, nothing for peaches. That's okay, but I'm gonna regret this. We're gonna ask Tangy if she needs something else. She hasn't moved at all since we left her. That might be. Fortunately, that fish is in like the worst spot to try and fish anything out of in this game. Stupid fish. Get to a place where I can fish you up, damn it. You might be a char and you might be worth some bells. No, don't go that way. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. That's exactly what you should be doing. There we go. I should be able to fish this guy up, no problem. There it is. Another large char. Nice. Alright, we'll throw our rainy day umbrella up. And we will be on our merry little way to the Nookatorium to go sell all this stuff to Nook. Like we do. Alright. I'm gonna sell some stuff to the Raccoon Mafia and make a whole bunch of fish sticks. Sell that, sell that, sell that, sell that, that. I'm gonna hold on to that elephant slide, because why not? Those large char are just worth so many bells. I'm not gonna say no to that. The problem is they only spawn on that waterfall area, which makes it like the most awkward place to try and fish anything up ever. This, hey, a thing we can dig up. It's a fossil. Yes, please. Like that. Guess we should go see Pelly. Get rid of these letters. There's the train. Alright. Pelly. I prefer Phyllis, but what can you do? You make do with Pelly, I guess. I would like to mail this one. And I would also like to mail this one. That'll be it. Probably won't be mailed in a while, seeing as that other letter just never gets mailed, period. But still. You know, it's the thought that counts, I guess, when it comes to mailing stuff. And these guys are in good mood, so we might get something free from them. I want that elephant slide, though. I don't really want to get rid of the elephant slide, though. Nothing. So that's the problem with these guys. They oftentimes will actually put you in situations where they'll just take stuff. Well, we already had a carpet, so we'll take wallpaper. Also, I see a bit that I missed when I was cleaning this town up. Whereabouts is it? What? Okay, there was definitely a cherry here. There it is. Guess the camera took it at an angle or something. Oh, well, they're not friends anymore. They're all angry now. I guess that sometimes happens with interspecies relationships. Go bug cube for a thing? I think I can do this. Consider it done, Quetzal. Alright, so let's go find Cube. Now, the nice thing is, I'm pretty sure he's still hanging around his house. Which, at the very least, makes him relatively easy to find. One would hope. Hey, I didn't have to go through 20 people to get this back. Nice. You know, that in and of itself feels like a reward in this game. Just not having to go through 20 people for one thing. I think that speaks volumes to how obnoxious some of these quests can sometimes be. I don't see anything here, so there's no char. That much we've discerned. I would like to deliver this to you, Quetzal. That is your glasses case, even though you don't wear glasses. Uh-oh. What's your favorite outfit? Is it a Gracie shirt? Because that's what I'm wearing, and I don't want to downgrade. Classic top. Oh, that's actually kind of nice. Oh yeah, that's that little, like, cherry blossom shirt. That's quite pretty. Let's see what that looks like as a background. I don't plan on changing my twinkly star background, but I don't know, if you took out those, like, weird squiggly lines underneath the pattern, that would probably work better as a background. The twinkle shirt works great, because there's no definitive beginning or ending to the image. But when you put a bottom like that, sort of border on the classic shirt, sort of ends up removing the value of it as a background. Alright, fine. I will leave you alone, Cookie. I'll go to Nooks and go buy some Halloween candy. We can prepare for spooky Kleenex Ghost Night. I shall sell this and this and this, and I want to save that slide, so that'll be it. Alright, let's grab this stuff, because we gotta go work on our awesome garden. So I will take this. And I shall take this. And I will take this. And then we just gotta stock up on candy. I'm pretty sure Jack goes through his entire inventory before giving you doubles, so as long as you have enough to get the full set, you don't really need to buy more candy, but, you know, it's better to be safe than sorry. I'll take this. And I shall take this. And then I think we shall go back home. Alright. Let's get on the train. Now, if you could save really, really quick and then make that train a bullet train so I don't have to deal with Rover, that would just be super there, Porter. Here comes the train. Very, 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 very slowly, but still. The train is arriving. Get out of here. Deal with some obnoxious cats. Let's get back to the town. We have to work on our garden, although we don't get a lot of options to it this time of year because all the flowers are being replaced with candy. It really does limit what we can do with that, but still, we must try to do our best to build up our appeal as a tourist destination if we want the village to thrive. Let's get off and stop dealing with Rover because Rover's the worst. Thanks to Cody Brain Fart, of course. Alright, we're in the town. Awesome. Yeah, we gotta get rid of some candy. I'm sure no one will mind that these candies just happen to have a crap ton of ants on them. Not sure we're going to use it here, but I'd like to store it down here. We don't have a lot of room, though. We're going to have to clean this place up again. I like that elephant slide. I don't think I'll ever actually use it for anything, but I like to have it. It's like the pineapple bed. It's just... it's something that owning it makes everything better. Alright, now... gotta go plant some flowers. Now we gotta go find Pearl. Now we can see if Wisp is around, but... given our interactions with him in the past couple days... I'm not sure we'll be able to help him anymore. We've lost our ghost hunting skills. It's kind of just sad. Alright, Pearl should be around here. Usually she hangs out around here anyway. Alright, where can we find her? There she is. I would like to deliver a thing to you, Pearl. Because you forgot this. How many Game Boys have you left in that other town? Because it seems like you've left an unreasonable number of them there. They're Game Boys. They deserve to be in a happy, warm home. Okay. Well, I guess we will see if we can run into Wisp. And then I think we'll call it a day. I think is the plan thus far. Let's see if we can run into Wisp. We will actually be able to regain some of our ghost hunting skills if we do. Alright, where is good old Wisp? If he's here at all, that's the real trick. You never know until you find him. Or at the very least he tells you that he's there. He's kind of nice like that, I guess. Granted, it's kind of random whether or not he tells you while he's around. Is that something I can dig up? No. Alright, well, we established that. We are at least better learned in things we can and cannot dig up. Go team. Not around here. Will we be able to find him tonight? The outlook seems unlikely. And more, it seems to be the case. But who knows? Maybe he's lurking around the next acre. Nothing else, we found our old pal Glowy spot. Got 3,000 bells out of it. Doesn't hurt my feelings any. Hey, free stuff. Got a daffodil chair. Got a noodle shirt. Nice. But we do not appear to have Wisp in our town. Oh well, we checked around. Anyway, I think that will be it. We've been doing this for about an hour. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, follow the stream to know when we go live, because we do this every night, plus other stuff when I happen to have the time. You might also want to check out and subscribe to my YouTube channel to see over 1,000 videos waiting just for you. And not just Animal Crossing, but pretty much any type of game. I've got something for you, I'm sure. And if you really want to make my day, check out the show's PayPal or Patreon. Support the show any way you can so that I can continue to do what I do to the best of my ability, which in this case is finding missing dogs that have somehow teleported through the floor and disappeared mysteriously. Seriously, what the hell was that? That was annoying. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Peace out, Internet.